today because I forgot. And we're so close to 30 days live. I forgot. I went to bed. So here I am in bed doing my daily live. Um okay, so but I wanted to start, and that actually brings me to the topic that I then want to talk about, because I want to talk about what motivates you and how you can use that in your job search. By the way, that's also why these are my like night glasses, so they look kind of weird. But what motivates you and how you can use that, and how knowing yourself is super important for your job search journey and for your job and your career in general. Um, when you know how you work and how you can motivate yourself and make yourself happy, then job search becomes much easier, because usually there are some things you have to do. Basically, you have to apply for jobs, right? You have to network, you have to do all of these things. I'm the kind of person who loves starting new things. I love meeting new people. I love helping people. I also work very well with deadlines. So I do my best work, I think, when I have a tight deadline. That means that I know I need to set deadlines for myself. In a job search world, that also gives actually a huge benefit in terms of, instead of letting the companies set my deadlines for when I apply for a job, I would set my own deadlines. And I would say that no later than 5 days after a job had been posted, I would have to apply, if I were to apply for the job. That, because it motivated me in terms of my own deadline, but it also helps in terms of making sure that my application will be one of the first. And it's super important in terms of yeah, figuring out how you work, because if you can work in a way that you are motivated, it makes a lot more sense, right? It will be much easier to get all of the job search, all of the things you need to do done, if you are motivated around it. If you're the kind of person that are motivated by um are not motivated by, well, motivated by making things perfect, then you need to be a little bit careful, I want to say. The same goes for me with the deadlines, by the way, because sometimes then all of a sudden it's going to be like, oh fuck, this project or this thing um took more than I thought it would. So all of a sudden the deadline is going to be real tight, and then I'm in a hurry, right? But if you're on the other side, or even a combination of the two, and you're like, I want to do things to 120%, then that can be really hard. I've had clients, I just spoke to one the other day, who was like, you know what, this is a real problem, because sometimes I want to make it so good that I end up never sending the application. And I promise you, that's a sure way to not get a job if you never get the application out there. And when you're in the job, you're not going to have the time, most of the time, depending on the job. If you're a neurosurgeon, I really love for you to do your job really well. But a lot of the time, you don't really have the opportunity to do 120% or just 100%. Maybe it's 70%. So it's finding that balance. And if you're the kind of person where what motivates you and the way that you work is to make sure that you get things done within the um like you want to do it 120%, then set a time frame for yourself as well. So it's kind of the same solution, actually. Set a deadline, set a time frame, because that can help you actually get things done. If you're saying, okay, I need to get it as perfect as I can within this 5-day framework or timeline, then that is still 100%, but it's within the specific timeline instead of just keep working and working and working and working. I hope that makes sense. That is all I'm gonna do for today. But I hope it makes sense. I would love to hear in the comments what motivates you. What is it that you need to work around? What is it that you need to be motivated by? And what's the balance for you? Let me know. And then have an amazing evening or day or whenever you're watching this.